And we support rival hockey teams, so that...
hockey fan. Okay. Well, the reason why I brought that up, because yesterday after my long day, I go back into my room and I'm watching actually, the documentary on DragonCon actually was on PBS. And then after that, I flipped over to DragonCon TV, and they had footage of the Masquerade costume contest. And the two hosts were some comic book artist and Aaron Douglas. So when they introduced Aaron, he comes out and he says, well, I just would like to say one thing to get us all started, or something along those lines. And he goes, Frack Wil Wheaton is what he said. Did you see that?
No, but I know that you know he said.
And I got defensive. What did you say? I'm the tech director, Mo. I really got mad, and I started taking out his nose all troll face. I know. So, and then he said something else negative towards you a little later on. I said, oh, wait till I see her. Next time I see her, he's gonna get it. But I'm really happy to know that it's just all
It's just a thing we do.
Okay.
Yeah. And Aaron's actually taking the worst of it because people get really angry at him. And I was like, listen, you probably might want to let people know it's a gag because I have a nerd army. And I cannot control them.
Oh,
yeah. Let's say we do some questions.
Yes, questions.
Enough of what we want to talk about.
Yes.
You want to talk.
Go ahead.
Oh wow, for the first time life was the right height for me.
Achievement unlocked. I know, we're the best cosplay ever.
And a question, that's something I wanted to tell you. The question is, right, all hail the Prince of Geeks.
Thank you.
You got to step through the veil between the fan world and being on the other side, and being that diehard. And kind of want to know, as you were filming the episodes that came up, any of the moral lessons or thinky thoughts, which ones might have stuck with you? Any of the episodes that stuck with you anyway?
Well, I'll tell you, I think one of the things that Star Trek does, and it is a huge part of Gene Roddenberry's just sort of goal for the world, and it forms one of the pillars of my "don't be a dick" philosophy. You know, Star Trek says like we should be the best that we can be, and we should be good to each other, and we should face challenges together and solve them together. And one of the ways you do that is by learning from every mistake you make, and owning up to every bad choice you make, and sort of trying every day to be better than you were the day before. And one of my favorite episodes of Next Generation is Tapestry. Because there's a thing, people always ask me, you know, if you could do anything differently, what would it be? And I can honestly say I wouldn't do anything differently. I've suffered and I've struggled, and all of that led me to where I am, and I really like my life. And I'm really grateful for what I have, and I'm unbelievably lucky. That thing about, that saying about if you love what you do for work, it's not work, is like describes my life. And every day I'm afraid I'm going to wake up. And I would not, things would be different if things had been different. That's something that really stuck with me all along.
Cool. That's exactly what I wanted to know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The thing I wanted to tell you, I'm sure you've heard a billion different ridiculous stories.
A billion and one.
Here's a billion and two. I had a bucket list when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, kids had diaries. And on my list, you know, climb Mount Everest, visit Antarctica, go to the moon, meet Wil Wheaton, wait out west to see William Shatner. You were there.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, I met William Shatner. He actually pulled me up on stage for Bear Hug Star. I guess my experience outdid your first experiences. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
Right. You clearly provided balance in the universe.
So now I guess I can check that one off my list, so thank you.
Oh, awesome. Wow, that's a long time.
Well, I know I asked Amy and I asked Robin, and I thought it was a little unfair that I didn't ask you anything. The cosplayer back there that was wearing your very nice gray outfit.
Right.
What is up with the butt flap thing?
I have no idea. I think it's supposed to look like trousers or something.
It's like, did they not have a hook and eye back there?
Apparently they don't have hook and eye in the future.
I mean, not that I would have always.
It's part of the hook and eye war of 2016. Try to act surprised, and do not try to change the future, guys.
It's not like I was looking at your butt all the time. It's just kind of there, and you couldn't help it.
Yeah, I know, it draws your attention. Right. I know, I feel the same way about boobs.
If Jen from Cake Rex is here, hi.
Hi, Jen from Cake Rex, where are you? Are you here, really? No, she's not. Oh, she's there!
It's tiny.
As my first crush, I was wondering if you would sign my book.
Does anybody say no to that?
Where is a damn Sharpie when you need one? She's got
You're talking to me, right? Not him.
you.
Garrett, I'm going to be right back.
Go right ahead. Wow.
Talk about somebody you don't want to follow in line. You flew the real Starship Enterprise D,
I did.
and you had
I
gone.
parked it too. It's hard to do.
And you went to Star Trek Experience in Vegas.
Yes.
You've written about that. Why don't you talk a little bit about that? And do you happen to know what's happened to that?
I understand that what remains of Star Trek The Experience is currently being watched over by top men. Top men. You were there actually the first time I rode Star Trek The Experience.
Yes,
and it was very much an experience for me. It was a very emotional experience for me. For normal people, riding on Star Trek The Experience is like, wow, neat, I get to go onto the Enterprise. But for me, it was like, wow, I get to walk into the closest thing to a holodeck recreation of me being a teenager. And I was overwhelmed by nostalgia, and it was beautiful, and it was incredibly emotional, surprisingly emotional for me to stand there and see all of that.